So this is part 1 of every sub is a turn on this 5x5. And I had it checkerboarded for the thumbnail. So I'm going to scramble it now. And I was going to scramble it for the thumbnail, so that's why I did the checkerboard. Because if you haven't seen my Life Extra Keyboards video, then that's why I checkerboarded it. And welcome to the stream, Skyly Speaker. I'm just about to scramble the 5x5. And thanks for the stream. I'm assuming it was Chicago Speedkeeper. Just trying to break up chunks of pieces like this. We don't really want that. Chicago Speedkeeper says I'm not going to be practicing much because I'm practicing Scube. I don't practice Scube a lot, but that's okay. And thanks for the stream. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the scramble for the 5x5. It's just a random scramble. I'm not gonna touch it in between streams. I'm still gonna be doing all the solves I have to do. I think last stream I got 27 likes. Because it was every like is 10 solves. That's 270. And then I had to do 2,800 solves for my every sub is 200 solves. So 50,022 plus 2,800, 52,822 plus 270, 53,092. That's how many solves I have to do. So hopefully I can do a lot more today, because I'm really behind. And this is probably just going to be a 1-hour stream. And 14.59. And 15.25. Cube says, no, not the 5x5. Yeah, it's a big step up from the 3x3. The other series like this. So, kind of scary. Hopefully I'll be able to solve it though. I wanted to go away from a stream series that was related to doing more solves, because right now I have to do 53,092. That was a sub 10. That was pretty nice. And so if I keep doing streams like that, I'll never finish these solves. Bokeep says, crying face. I hate 5x5. I think 5x5 is probably my favorite big cube, because there's no parity, like on 4x4 and 6x6 there's parity. I'm assuming everybody knew that who's watching. But then it also doesn't take long like 7x7. Well, it doesn't take as long as 7x7. It still can take a little bit of time. And 1188. There's one, yeah, the edge parity. Hopefully we don't get that. And 12.2. But it keeps says, I won't solve this thing. Is your 5x5 just scrambled? Are you gonna do? I lost my chain of thought. Oh, that's so sad. Hopefully you can find it. And 10.2. But it keeps says no, I won't solve yours. Yeah, because you already subscribed, so can't really help out solving the cube. So that's kind of sad, but yeah. Why are you streaming so early? Do you mean late? Because it's like a lot later than I normally stream. And 1493. Bookkeep says, but it's 11 p.m. in Ukraine. Usually stream after midnight. It's weird. Maybe like, did a time change happen in Ukraine? Because I know the time change in the U.S. happens November 2nd. Bookkeeper says, I found it. Are you gonna do some FMC or just normally how you solve? I'll probably like try to do the most efficient move. Like, see which side would be the best. Probably yellow, maybe. No, I'm gonna do white first because I can solve a 2x2 block of the white center in 3 moves. Bookkeep says, oh, I got it. Yeah, the time change happened. Yeah, it hasn't happened in the U.S. yet. It's November 2nd. And 1649. That was not a good solve. And 1479. Bookkeeper says he usually streams at 4, which is like an hour and a half after I come home from school for me. Yeah, I usually stream around there. Like on weekdays, if I can. And 1196. And 14.7. And that's a DNF. So 12.8, but a DNF. How many moves do you have to do to solve a 5x5? I don't know. I don't know what my average move count is, or just what the average move count is. and 10.85. Isn't like 200? Probably something like that. That'd be crazy, like solving the whole 5x5. I get 200 subscribers. That would be like a lot. If you take away the 1,000th in my subscriber count, I'd be like doubling it. And thanks to the stream, at 3 likes now. And 1378. And now we got a 4th like on the stream, so thanks to whoever just liked the stream. And a 16.92. And 11.6. And yeah, but cubes, what Sky Speaker just said, it's probably gonna be like back to normal, probably, or it'll be like 10 o'clock in Ukraine. I stream at this time. 10 o'clock. It'll either be 10 in Ukraine or back to how it was around midnight. And okay, so what you just said, Bubba Cubes. So it'll probably go back to normal because you went back an hour. So then in the US we'll go back another hour. So then we'll be like equal. And 1446. ZAO7 underscore edit says, hey, what up? Not much, I'm just doing a stream where every sub is a turn on this 5x5. Sky Speaker says, I have to go bye. See you later, maybe on the next stream. And Bubba Cube says, do you like fall? Yeah, I like fall. ZO7 underscore edit says, I'm like sub 2 minutes, average 1 minute and 10 seconds. I just hit 59 seconds. Any tips for me to get faster? Around that time, around that speed, probably just keep solving. Like, practice a lot. Just solve a lot. Because when you're around that speed, you're probably improving at a pretty quick rate. So just practice. And 10.82. Okay, I don't know why I just did that. That is a habit from Virtual Cube. Virtual Cube says, I hate fall so much. I mean, not that much. I just hate it. And ZEO7 underscore it says, alright, thanks. You're welcome. I know it might seem like a little kind of like, oh, just practice. But around that speed, you're definitely going to want to practice. Just 2 solves. And 10.29. and 11.51. And 15.08. And thanks for like the stream. We're at 5 likes now. Boykeep says, how many countries can you name? All of them. And how long did it take you to get to like 10 seconds average? Well, I wouldn't say I'm there yet. I average about 12 seconds, maybe 11. And I've been doing it for almost 30 years now. But people improve at different rates. And also, I wasn't solving for 9 months. I just wasn't cubing. And thanks for like the stream. We're at 6 likes now. Already commented in my vid that you can't name all 206 countries. That was like, I don't know how long ago that was, but I can now. And 12.38. CO7 underscore it says, my cube is so bad. What cube do you have? And Vortex says hello. Welcome to the stream, Vortex. And thanks for like the stream. We're at 7 likes now. It's pretty sweet. And 1389. Bookkeep says, wait, so can you name 203 or 206? Well, I can name, like, it's probably, like, in the 190s. Because, like, there's all the Federated States of Micronesia, you know, and I would name the Federated States of Micronesia, not all of the different islands in there. QBer says, if I sub, then unsub, does it count as one turn? Unfortunately, it does not. And thanks for like the stream. And Z07 says, Rubik's Band. Yeah. Probably once you get to like 40, 45 seconds, maybe get a better cube. Bokeep says, okay, 190s is not all of the countries. You just lied to me. Well, like, I can name all of the officially recognized countries. Because, you know, there's a lot of places that are territories, like Puerto Rico. That might be considered a country, but might not by other sources. And 11.76. But it says, by the way, gotta go now, but just wanted to say hi. Well, at least you get to say hi, so see you later. But even China is not official. I think I can name 196. I think I did like a map quiz today, naming all of the countries. And 1095. Bookkeep says in Israel, but China and Israel are real countries. And snap is supposed to. Bookkeep says in Canada is United Kingdom and Australia is United Kingdom. What? They got their independence. They're not still colonies. Israel aren't official country. It's one of the 193 officially recognized by the United Nations countries. But like there are some countries like Bhutan that just don't recognize a bunch of countries. And 10.81. And 11.26. Bookkeep says no, Israel and China are not officially recognizable. You can Google it. Are China and Israel recognized countries? Yes, both China and Israel are recognized countries. Israel is a sovereign state recognized by 153 of the 192 member states of the United Nations, making it a significant player in international relations. Also, China has established diplomatic relationship with Israel, which began in 1992 and became a major trading partner. Canada is officially United Kingdom, and Australia is officially United Kingdom. Are Canada and Australia part of the UK? Because they're not. No, Canada and Australia are not part of the United Kingdom, but they are both members of the British Commonwealth. They were originally part of the British Empire and now considered former Dominions. Today they operate as independent countries, but they maintain historical ties with the UK as part of the Commonwealth of Nations. Or at least that's what my mom told me to. Nice. Oh, I have to put the sub count back up. I don't think I'm going to get any subs this stream. I've been streaming for 24 minutes. Guess my mom lied to me. Well, maybe your mother has different beliefs than the United Nations. Okay, I don't know if that's D enough. I don't think it is. I think that's just a +2. And Zeo7 says, how can you improve at cross in F2L? Cross? Watch JPerm's video of like how to solve it in less than 8 moves. And oh, we got another subscriber. So I'll do a turn. I'm gonna do a wide D prime. Yeah. And for F2L, I said this in my Life Extra Cubers video. I'll do it on my 4x4. So, no, there's a bunch of videos saying do slow solves, do untimed solves. But what I like to do to practice F2L is start the timer. Then once you get to F2L, turn slowly so you can see everything that's happening. And then start very slowly. And then once you get to the last layer, turn faster. But like your solves will be slow at first, but they'll get faster. Your look ahead will get better. Cuber says, where are you from? From the United States of America. So I'll do that. I'll solve my F2L slowly. And I got a 13, which is about a second slower than normal. Bookkeep says, if at least one country doesn't recognize China, for example, it is not official. Let's look that up. Because the internet is always true. If one country does not recognize another, is that country not a country? The question of whether if one country does not recognize another, is that country a country, is complex and subjective. So I guess it's like, whatever do you think? AK Keeper says hello. Welcome to the stream, AK Keeper. And 1376. Bokeep says, at what age can you drive in the US? So you can get a permit at 15, which means, I think it's like, you can drive only in sunlight. An adult over 18 has to be in the car. And I think you can't drive on highways. So I think it's called a learner's permit. Like, you're learning how to drive with it. You can legally drive, but under certain conditions. And then when you're 16, you can get a driver's license. But I think an adult over 18 still has to be in the car. But then when you're 18, an adult doesn't have to be in the car with you, because you are an adult. So you can start driving at 15. But to just like drive completely by yourself is 18, I think. Coleman Cubing says, what's your average in 3x3? About 12 seconds. And 11.52. In Ukraine, you can't legally drive from 18. You can't at 17, even if you have an adult in the car. So you have to wait until you're 18, huh? Interesting. Well, I guess it's not that interesting because a lot of countries have different driving rules. I wonder what's the youngest country you can start to drive in. Coughed me. So, what would I look up, like, what is the country that you have to be lowest age to drive in? I don't know. The country with the lowest age required to drive is the United States. You can start driving at 14 years old under adult supervision. Okay, I guess you can start driving at 14. And Bubba Cube says, my Duolingo. Yeah, don't forget to do your Duolingo. Cuber. Is that cube ear, or is it like a misspelled version of cuber? Cuber. Says, Gan or Moyu? I'm definitely going to have to say Moyu on this one. And 11.7. Kind of pronounced like cube air. Cube air. Cube air. Cube air says he kind of pronounced like cube air. Okay. Thank you for actually telling me how to pronounce it, because sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce people's usernames, and they either just don't tell me if I ask them. They either tell me if I ask them, which is kind of rare, or they go cuckoo when I get it wrong. They're like, that's not how you say it. Like, how do you say it? And they just don't tell me. Makes me so sad. And I guess that was an accidental double X cross. But it was still 12. And that's a 12.28. Eki Kimberfos says tips for consistency. I have no idea. I'm not consistent. I can get anywhere from 8-second solves to 15-second solves. And 12.77. And 13.53. And 12.6. Bugkeep says, I'm back. Yeah, I thought you were just doing your Duolingo. I actually forgot to do my Duolingo yesterday, but I had a streak freeze. I always feel really bad about myself whenever I use a streak freeze, because I've used probably like 5. So whenever I use them, it's a rare occurrence. I almost never use them. And then I'm like, dude, why did I use a streak freeze? And 13.16. Cube says, cough me. Cube Air says, how long is your streak? I think it's in the 340s. But Cube says, I've used like maybe 50 freezes. One time I was looking at my friend's Duolingo, and then he showed me how many streak freezes he had used. I was adding it up. Like, he was going through the months. I think if you tap on your streak, then you can see the months and the days that you've used the streak freeze, and it says how many streak freezes you've used a month. And so I added it all up. It was like 200 something. It might not have been that many, but it was a lot. And that's another plus 2. And 12.84. Huber says, I've not used Duolingo in 2 years. You get a bunch of notifications, and Duolingo's like, please come back. I get a bunch of emails from Duolingo. They're like, please do your Duolingo. They're like, oh, that's a blank number streak. I don't know, it's like 347. It would be a bummer to lose it. Q-Bear says, I turned off notifications, lol. It's a good idea. And 11.7. And 995. Bookkeep says, don't forget your daily French lessons. Are you learning French on Duolingo? And Q-Bear says, will you learn ZB at some point? Maybe I can make a video like, or a live stream series, learning ZBLL. And that's another +2. And 1746. Bookkeep says, I know that you're not learning French. I just saw this image and looked on the capital letters. Nice. And 11.34. And 12.83. Q-Bear says, do you use the R7 V5? I do not. I use the Weilong V9. Bookkeep says, I wasn't saying that to you. Oh. I guess that makes more sense now. It's like, what image? And, yeah. And 1338. And we just got another subscriber. And now it's 1230. Yeah, you guys can see the sub count. So I want to be live when it hits 1234. So thanks so much to subscribe. So I'm gonna do another turn on the cube. I did a U prime because it was like this. So I did a U prime. So then I can connect this bar with this bar I made. Let's see, what would I do next? I don't know. Do you have an R7 V5? I I do. It's the cheapest version, though. So, it's not very good. Well, it's not very good because I put maglev in it. So now it was already really fast, but now it's a lot faster. So, I have an unopened one too. I didn't open it because I got it as a mystery cube, and just solve on it if you can. Okay, yeah, I got it as a mystery cube, so I just left it sealed because I already have one. After this all, I'll go grab the cube. And 1546. Can you recommend a good budget 3x3 cube? Maybe. I mean, the RS-Therm 2020 is always a good one. Can't go wrong with it. The RS-Therm 2022 is also pretty good. And the RS-Therm V5, it's $25, so it might not be a budget cube, but it has a bunch of features like UV coating, maglev, ball core, magnets. Yeah. So I'm gonna go grab that cube and I'll be back in like this many seconds. I don't know where I put this cube. Yeah, I don't know where I put the 3x3. Where did I put it? Oh, I probably know. I'll reach Chandler and go grab it. Cubicle Speed Cube Shop? Definitely the cubicle. And I know I have a Speed Cube Shop map, but it's better than my cubicle map. Yeah. And welcome to the stream, whatever your username is. I don't know how to say that. Or, yeah, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab that cube. Hopefully it's what I think it is. And we got another subscriber, so thanks to whoever just subscribed. Here's the cube, and I'm gonna do a turn on the cube now. Let's try to make the best move. If we do that, maybe like if we pair those together, we might want to. Okay, I'm gonna turn this, and then pair this corner with this up next. Yeah. I will not breathe until you finish the 3x3 solve. Okay, I guess I better hurry. But it says I'm still breathing. Okay, nice. And 1366. And thanks to the stream. This cube felt really weird to solve on though. Like, it looked very squarish while I was solving it. My main cube, my V9, the pieces are kind of circular. Well, not really. But like, the corners are rounded more than this. And thanks for the stream, we're at 10 likes now. And Bellkeep says, I have my breath when you start solving and I'm breathing. And hi Andy, welcome to the stream. Hello, I'm Dave. 3143. Nice. And 1351. And I lost a subscriber. Is Andy short of Andrew? Yeah. And 1382. Oh wait, I guess that means if I lost a sub, I'll undo the turn, because that's what I did the last time I did a series like this. So, and 15.27. Okay, just if you remove the third letter of your name, it's Annie. Yeah. If I remove the last letter of my name, it's and. If I remove the first and last letter of my name, I guess it's still my name. That's good enough. Because ND still kind of sounds like it. And 1223. If you press window +3, it's a shortcut for a DNF. What does window +3 do? If you remove the first letter of your name, it's more like ND. And yeah. Is used to open or switch to the third icon of on the taskbar. What is the third icon on the taskbar? Windows logo. Just opens Windows. And 1221. And 12.06. I entered 12.6, so I have to get rid of that. And 12:25. Bookkeep says Halloween is in 4 days. Yeah, that means my Halloween special comes out in 3 days on Thursday. I already have it almost completely filmed. Gonna edit it later. And we got another subscriber, so thanks for subscribed. After I finish this solve, I'll do the turn. And 1293. So since we lost that sub earlier, I'm just gonna do what I did earlier. DW. And we lost the sub. It's so sad. So I guess that means I'll have to undo the turn. Bookkeep says, will the 1K subs video ever come out? Okay. I don't know. Because it would take a really long time to edit. We got the sub X, so it's pretty cool. And I'd have to, like, record a bunch of stuff of what, like, my views were like. And we got another subscriber. So I'll do RW. So yeah, I don't know. And thanks to 2 people who like the stream. Cuban Nick says, hello, I can't eat pizza, it's too tall. Okay. Welcome to the stream. And 1375. Bookkeep says pizza's flat. It is. And thanks to like the stream. Average Cuber, welcome to the stream. And you just learned the share method for clock. 19 single, first day of practicing. Nice. And hopefully in a few months you'll be around. Yeah, hopefully. I'm not that good at clock. I average about 12 seconds. Probably 15 now because I'm really bad. I haven't practiced. And Saruto says, hi, welcome to the stream, Saruto. And Cuban says, pizza is not flat, it's like 100 feet tall. I think you know what pizza is. We're not playing this game today. You know what pizza is. Cuban says, what happens if I unsubscribe and then subscribe? I'll undo the turn, and then I'll redo the turn. Don't you do 10 move memoless? Yeah, I do. And 1340. Gibnick says, come on, I'm not rage baiting. Then why do you keep spelling pizza like P-I-S it? Okay, yeah, maybe he is talking about the building. And Saruta says, yo. That's a lot of O's. And 16.69. Cubic says, I know that I'm not rage baiting. I think you're rage baiting a lot of people. And the Monkey League video out. Nice. I haven't been watching Monkey League. Bookkeep says, do you know how to say seal in France? Or French. I do not. and I didn't start the timer. I haven't done that in a long time. I forgot. I forgot how I used to always forget to set the timer. And 15.14. Boku says, yeah, French and seal in French is, I don't know how to say that. Cubear says, in a comp I got a DNF average because I did not set the timer. It's so sad. And 1375. And 13.12. Average Keeper says, can you please do a walkthrough solve? Sure. And have I ever gotten a DNF at a comp? A DNF average. Probably just in blindfolded. So I'll just hit and scramble. So I'm probably gonna go yellow crossed here. I mean, it's okay. I'll probably do a D, F, then put this up here, put the cross back to solve those two pieces, and insert this edge piece. Then from here, I'd probably solve this. I'd rotate, I'd do a D, then do that, D prime. Then I'd probably do this pair because I just see it. So it's over like that, and then I'd rotate. And then I'd probably do this pair. And then I'd do this pair definitely because it's the last pair. And then this OLO, and then the F prime. I mean, in the 3x3, I've never gotten a DNF average in 3x3. Probably gonna do one more solve, and then gonna end the stream. Step. Average Keeper says your F2 AUGs are quite long. They are. I should learn some better AUGs. So that's gonna be it for today's stream. I don't know how many solves I did. I think I did around 80. So it's a lot more than I've been doing. So we did 4 moves on the cube. Got 13 likes on the stream. That's nice. And yeah. But Cube says, no, don't end, please. I'll do one more 3x3 solve. Don't worry, guys. If I can, I'll live stream again tomorrow. And 12:09. So it's gonna be for today's stream. So bye. How many views did the stream get? 49. Okay. Bye.